under the blinding lights of the arena. A golden glow swept across the crowd, all eyes fixed on one young man carrying the weight of expectation. Ryan Garcia, the undefeated golden prospect of American boxing, entered the ring with confidence dripping from every step. He was fast, sharp, and dazzling, a rising star in gloves, adored by fans but doubted by critics, who whispered, "He's just hype." On the other side stood Carlos Morales, calm and composed, with the cold eyes of a man who'd seen real wars inside the ring. There was no flash, no drama, only grit. He wasn't there for fame. He was there to test the boy everyone thought was untouchable. The bell hadn't even rung, but the tension was electric. Cameras zoomed in on Garcia's face, jaw tight, breathing controlled. Across from him, Morales looked almost still, calculating. The referee called them to the center. Gloves touched, no words exchanged, just the silent promise of pain. As the first bell echoed, the crowd roared, and the story began. Garcia darted forward, lightning-fast jabs slicing through the air, snapping against Morales' guard. The speed was unreal, the rhythm surgical, but Morales didn't flinch. He watched, he learned, every move, every angle. He was decoding Garcia in real time. The round ended, but something in the air had shifted. The commentators felt it. The audience saw it. Morales wasn't just surviving. He was studying. The golden boy might have stepped into something deeper than he ever expected. Round 2 began, and it was no longer just about speed. It was about control. Ryan Garcia came out sharper, quicker, determined to silence any doubt before it could grow. His jabs were like whips, cracking through the air with pinpoint accuracy. Each one snapped Morales' head back, earning cheers from the crowd. But behind those cheers, Morales stayed patient, eyes locked, body calm, absorbing, adapting. Every shot that landed told him something new. The timing, the rhythm, the power. Slowly, quietly, he began to see the patterns in Garcia's brilliance. Then it happened. Midway through the round, Garcia fired a signature left hook, the punch that had ended so many fights. But Morales didn't flinch. He read it. He ducked under and countered with a right hand that cracked against Garcia's cheek. The crowd gasped. The golden prospect had been touched, cleanly. Garcia smiled, but inside, the shock was real. He'd been hit, not by a brawler, but by a strategist. Morales stepped forward now, pressing him back with steady combinations, his gloves cutting through the noise. Each punch wasn't just offense, it was a message. You're not in control anymore. The momentum began to tilt. Garcia circled, trying to regain rhythm, but Morales stalked him, not rushing, not panicking, just hunting. Every second stretched like an eternity. The fans who came to see an easy Ryan Garcia win were now holding their breath. As the bell rang, Garcia walked back to his corner, his confident grin gone. Morales didn't celebrate. He just stared across the ring, breathing steady, the look of a man who smelled blood. The golden shine was starting to fade. The storm was building. By round 4, the arena had changed. The cheers were quieter now, replaced by tension. That strange silence before something explodes. Ryan Garcia, the golden sensation, had lost his early rhythm. His combinations still looked sharp, but they weren't landing clean. Carlos Morales had found something: timing. Each time Garcia moved forward, Morales met him with a counter, short, crisp, and surgical. It wasn't brute force, it was intelligence. Morales began walking Garcia down, step by step, forcing him to fight off the ropes. The crowd started to murmur. No one expected this. Garcia's face showed something rare: frustration. He tried doubling his jab, using his speed, but Morales slipped, pivoted, and returned fire with body shots that thudded like thunder against Garcia's ribs. Every connection drew a grimace. You could almost see the confidence peeling away. The commentator's tone shifted. Morales isn't backing off. He's making Garcia think. He's making him work. Midway through the round, Garcia exploded with a combination. Left, right, uppercut, his signature lightning flurry. The crowd erupted, but Morales didn't go down. He absorbed, blocked, and came back with a brutal right cross that snapped Garcia's head back. The audience gasped again. For the first time in his young career, Ryan Garcia looked human. The bell rang, ending the round, but the energy in the arena was electric and uneasy. Morales walked to his corner without a glance back, while Garcia sat down heavily, breathing hard, eyes darting to his coach. Was this the moment the Golden Boy would break? The camera zoomed in, sweat dripping, eyes cold, chest heaving. Garcia wasn't just fighting Morales anymore. He was fighting doubt. The turning point had arrived, and the next round would decide everything. Round 5 began not with noise, but with a heartbeat. The crowd knew they were witnessing something bigger than a boxing match. They were seeing a test of spirit. The bell rang, and Ryan Garcia came out with his chin low and his eyes burning. The arrogance was gone, replaced by something raw, determination. He darted forward, unleashing a flurry of punches, crisp jabs, slicing left hooks, quick step backs. The rhythm returned, but this time it was fueled by desperation. Morales stayed composed, absorbing, rolling with the shots. He had tasted Garcia's speed, and now he was ready for it. But Garcia wasn't the same fighter from round 1. He had been tested, hurt, humbled, and that made him dangerous. Halfway through the round, he feinted with a left, then drove a right hand straight through Morales' guard. The impact echoed. The crowd roared. Morales stumbled a step back, blinking hard. Garcia pounced. Left hook, right hand, uppercut. Each punch landed cleaner than the last. Morales was in trouble for the first time. His defense cracked, but he refused to fall. He countered with a hook that grazed Garcia's jaw, but Garcia didn't stop. The final rounds began under the bright Vegas lights, but for both men it felt darker, smaller, like the world had shrunk to the space between two hearts still beating. Ryan Garcia stood in his corner, sweat dripping from his brow, his gloves resting on the ropes. Across the ring, Carlos Morales was bruised, but smiling, his eyes alive with defiance. Both men had bled. Both had proven something, but only one would rise. The bell rang, and they met in the center. No hesitation. No distance. Morales started strong, pressing forward with steady combinations, his gloves thudding against Garcia's arms and ribs. Each punch carried intent, the will to break the myth of the Golden Boy. Garcia absorbed them, nodding, whispering something only Morales could hear. "You're not taking..." A flurry. Left, right, uppercut, another left. Morales tried to clinch, but Garcia broke free and landed a monstrous right hand that sent Morales reeling toward the corner. The roar inside the arena was deafening. Garcia chased him down, the predator now fully unleashed. A final combination, 4 clean punches in a blur, and Morales crumpled to the canvas, eyes glazed, fighting to rise. The referee hovered, counting. 5, 6. The crowd held its breath. Morales tried to stand, but his legs betrayed him. 9, 10. It was over. Ryan Garcia dropped to his knees, pounding the canvas in triumph, not just because he won, but because he survived. The boy who entered the ring as a superstar had left it as a fighter. Morales, bruised but proud, nodded from his corner. They embraced, warriors acknowledging the truth that sometimes